overflow. I guess that's really oil.
Oh boy.
Now I gotta get that.
Well, good morning, folks, or afternoon, I guess. Couple minutes past noon.
Is it after?
It is past noon, and
Just not enough time in a day.
it's Friday, February 27th, and Pops has been out here working on the 856.
Hello, folks.
What have you been doing? Just trying to drain all the oil out?
Yes, well, let me back up. As anyone who has to operate tractors in the wintertime, you can agree with me that cold weather causes problems, especially with oil. So we weren't even using this one. We needed it one day for what?
Flat tire on the front of the Kubota.
We had a flat tire in the Kubota. We're going to haul manure.
It was about 3:30, and we needed.
And what was the
manure
temperature outside? Probably zero.
hauled. 0 at least.
We did get the bugger started. She started pretty easily, actually, but
Well, once it had juice in the battery.
wouldn't go anywhere because my hydraulic oil is full of water. So it was probably frozen in the filter and maybe even the bypass on the filter, so it wouldn't go anywhere. Which was probably a good thing. We don't want to be putting watery oil through the system to make it work. If anyone cares, you probably know, but the reason there's water in the oil, this tractor is used in the summertime for chopping feed for the cows, but when Wilson's wrapping bales, he's running hydraulic motors on the wrapper, so there's constantly hydraulic oil flowing through there. It's constantly pumping, and you know, it gets hot. So at the end of the day, when we're done using it, the hot oil cools down, but then we have condensation on all this metal as it gets cold, condensation on the inside. So it just, every day we use that, get it hot. It adds water to the oil. And every good mechanic knows that before you get cold weather, you change out your oil. So when you want to use it in the wintertime, the water that gathered in your oil is not frozen. Well,
We didn't really plan on using this.
I'm not a good mechanic. I'm busy, you know. There's always tomorrow.
Right. Usually.
But who was to know it was going to get winter cold in the beginning of November and continue on until now? Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm now draining the watery oil, changing out the filter. Going to replace it with 22 gallons of new expensive oil and
Should we take a look at the filter like you were showing
get
me
ready
earlier?
for summertime. Any low part on the tractor is where the water is going to
Filter goes in right there.
gather, and that's where one of those low parts is where the filter sits. I took the filter out today and it just saturated, so I'm sure when we couldn't get it going that one day, 0 degree day, this was just full of ice.
Yeah.
And it would not allow oil to pump through the system.
Do you have a new filter? Is that something you gotta pick up?
That's expensive too.
For sure. Why is there a spring here?
That's your bypass.
Oh, okay. So
If the filter is plugged, this should
is that a valve?
allow pressure by to work your system, I suppose.
But if that's also frozen.
Relieve pressure so you don't ruin a pump.
I got our.
But this old tractor is pretty
sticker
heavy
on there.
duty. Well, I guess we did get everything moving. The only thing we couldn't do is steer it.
Well, yeah. Well,
It's pretty hard to haul
was
manure
it-
when you can't steer your tractor.
yeah. I was able to get it to go forward and backwards, but my hydraulic brakes and hydraulic clutch didn't quite feel like they should.
Because everything that comes out of the filter feeds the MCV valve. The MCV works the things that wouldn't work, though. I'm talking stuff nobody cares about.
I'm sure there are people watching the video that care about all that and know more about it than we do. Well, it's after lunch now, and I'm just gonna give the cows some more food here. This is just, again, Woods hayfield hay, probably second crop. But these guys got hay just a couple hours ago, an hour and a half ago. So we're gonna give them a little bit more so they can keep on eating. Alright, everyone is happy. Happily eating their hay. So now my dad just headed off to the woods with the truck. We are going to head up there and bring home a log or two from a pine tree that we cut yesterday. Way up on the hill. Just a little bit of firewood we gotta pick up too, so that's where we're heading next with the tractor. And up the hill we pull. Instead of turning up this way or down that way, we're turning straight this way. So that's where we were cutting yesterday. There's Dad with the logs. He's just cleaning it up. We're gonna see what we can get out of it. Airplane. Anyway, this is a. Do we know what kind of pine this is?
No. We'd have to identify it through the books, but I don't.
It was a long needle pine, I believe. But yesterday I cut this tree down. It was leaning that direction, kind of leaning that way and almost back a little bit. And I managed to cut it in a way that I got to kind of hinge right here and fall that way, like I wanted it to. I cut my kerf here so I could lean into the kerf there. And that was the idea, at least. I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to sound like I'm an expert. So you could lean into the kerf there, cut big notch here, and then this was kind of the hinge, and it fell right in the direction I wanted it to, rather than over into the thorns or backwards into the thorns. And this was thorns, but we cut it all out. So now we're going to pull it up the hill, because we're on quite a bit of a hill here. Pull it up the hill, and then once it's up on the flat, we will cut it to length, right?
Although I forgot my tape measure.
What?
Good thing I got long teeth.
thought this chain was getting a little dull, but it's still cutting dead straight, so.
Yeah, I think it's just weird wood, like I said.
It's still throwing pretty good chips.
Pine will cut harder than you think, for whatever reason.
This is extremely hard stuff.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Also, blades getting this into a cant. How's it going, old Buford? Pretty good? Sitting up here at the top of the world? You must be king.
King Buford. Yep. Yep. You know. Alright.
Did you bend them back? Is the ground frozen?
No.
How about that? A good ground frozen test, and it's not at least 4 inches down.
Well, I don't think I went 4 inches, but yeah.
Look at that black dirt. You'd think we're Iowa with the hill.
Throw a chain around it just to make sure it doesn't roll off going down the hill.
Yeah, that would be annoying. So what would you say the log weighs?
I would say I haven't the foggiest idea.
I'm guessing close to 20,000 pounds.
Alright, well, we got the log all loaded up. Got chained on there, so it should... Whoa, okay, anyway. And that's all cleaned up. Got the wood on the truck, second log on the truck. So now we're gonna head back.
27th, and then tomorrow is going to be overcast and 30 again.
27 and snowing.
Yeah.
I believe it's 57 degrees outside right now. 57 degrees, sunny, warm, of course.
Wow.
And then tomorrow it's going to drop down to a high of 27, and then snow and overcast.
Yeah, like an inch.
Well, yeah, but it's still snow.
I know, it's still, but it's moisture.
And then Sunday, it won't be above freezing Sunday. And then pretty much most of next week will be in the 40s, but raining every day.
Well,
So that's March.
but rain brings the green grass.
Yes.
And it could be, you could be living in Massachusetts or Rhode Island where they just got how many feet of snow, so.
Yep.
Did you all hear about the mayor of New York trying to pay people $18 an hour to shovel his streets for him? He was requesting
18 an hour.
I think it was 18. Then he may have upped it to 30. But he was requiring 2 forms of ID so that he was making sure that the check was going to the correct person. 2 forms of ID. Think about that. The mayor,
Why doesn't he
the
go out
mayor
and
of
shovel
New
it
York.
himself? Anyway. Yep. In the barn milking. Want to get a few minutes of this, but this video's probably long enough already, so.
Oh, what you show them today?
Oh, all sorts of stuff. Working on the 856 this morning.
What was wrong with the 856?
Oh, nothing. Just changing the oil.
Getting it ready for hay season?
Right. Well, getting it ready to even move. And then we went up to the woods and got the logs of the tree we were working on yesterday. Now we're here. So, just getting a few minutes of mother milking and
Cow time?
cow time. Cow time and chow time. The cows have gotten an entire bale of feed today.
Makes milk.
You see that bale split open in there. Well, there was a bale split open this morning too, and that's all gone. So.
Well, I asked Dad to check my corn supply to see if I ordered it for Monday, if I need to order it for Monday. And he came back in and said, actually, you need to order it for tomorrow. Which we can't. So we might have a problem with corn over the weekend. Means you're going to need even more of the hay. Maybe a little extra silage.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Is your pulsator cut out?
Huh?
I said, did your pulsator cut out?
Yeah. Also, I'm going to encourage all of you out there, if you're like me and you don't tend to take care of your devices very carefully, take care of your phones. Take care to not drop them and break the screen because,
Phone case.
let me tell you,
Phone case. I like my OtterBox.
that repair hurt today. Mom grew up just a little bit today.
Do you want me to order you a phone case?
I need a grip phone case is what I need.
Yeah, these have.
I
They
need
have
well, you gotta look at the old purple phone and look
has
at
a lot
that.
more.
'Cause that's what I need is a grip.
Has a lot more
and
grip there.
probably
Grippy
a
spots.
screen-
Grippy
probably a
spots.
screen protector.
Well, that's not gonna save your screen from dying when it gets hit on the corner. Yep. Mom, what happened with your phone, Mom?
Well, I've dropped it many times, but Tuesday leaving work, I dropped it and it caught it right on the corner or something.
Yep.
The phone fortunately still works, but
Needed a new screen. Well, I'm probably gonna sign the video off right about here. I think that's
we probably need to end it on a better note.
Oh well, we're milking cows.
Milking cows, the sun is shining.
Milking cows, sun is shining. Gonna cool down tomorrow again, but whatever, it's still February.
God is always good. God is always provides. There are people out there who have much larger struggles than we do. I hopefully get to see my granddaughter tonight. That's a huge plus. have all my toes and fingers.
Yep. Well, Dad has all of his toes too, but just one of them has a big old pin through it. For those who don't know, I don't know if it's ever been said.
That's from before I ever met him, so I had nothing to do
He lopped his large toe off with a chainsaw.
Well, practically.
Well, through the bone, through the nerves, just a little bit of skin hanging on. Anywho's.
Now we need to change the subject again. Hope you all have all of your toes and fingers. If you don't, let us know if you're willing to share your stories. Because we know lots of you have stories about your lives too.
Yep.
We enjoy hearing them.
I love reading comments.
We love hearing about your farm experiences and why you're taking your precious time to watch our experiences when you could be doing other things.
And hear about our experiences.
But we appreciate the time you spend with us. And that you want to spend time with us.
Alright, well, I believe that's where we're gonna end the video, so
Everybody have a good week.
everybody have a good week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.